Robert, do you want to say who you are?
Yeah, my name's Robert Brown. I was born in Kenya, or the records suggest I was born in Kenya. I believe I might be the illegitimate child of Princess Margaret, which I know sounds wacky, but I think that child may have been sent out to Kenya. I believe the child was probably born in early 1955, conceived probably in May 54, and the later stages of the pregnancy were covered up. Princess Margaret's diary diminishes significantly. There are very few photographs, and there is a certain amount of limited evidence that substitutes were used to cover a putative pregnancy.
And what are you doing about it now?
I have a series of court cases. I started with a High Court case that I had to abandon at the time through lack of funds, and at the same time decided to take an FOI request for a secret practice direction, the existence of which was disclosed in the court hearing and was previously wholly unknown to the court service and indeed the High Court the President of the Family Division who was hearing the case.
What would that show, do you think?
Well, it deals with how royal wills will be dealt with within the court process, and I believe that it will probably disclose the existence of an illegitimate child. How
would you feel if this information came out? What would it mean to you?
Well, it would be a huge relief. I mean, I believe I might be, and it would be it'd be on the way to a justification of the claims that I'm making. I mean, if there is an illegitimate child, then it has to be somebody, and hopefully the questions will get asked. This is a royal illegitimate child. There's a public interest in us having some idea who it is, and arguably a constitutional interest as well.
How has it felt for you growing up and living your adult life, believing that you may be the illegitimate child of Princess
Certainly
Margaret?
adult life, when kind of it began to all click together. Difficult. It took me ages to do anything about it because my rational side said that's nuts. My instinctual side and kind of putting together my memories such as I'd done at that point suggested that I was correct, and my emotions suggested that I was correct. My instinctual side said, well, that's nuts. How can they have kind of covered up a pregnancy? It's extremely unlikely. It's kind of the stuff of fantasy. There must be some other explanation for the memories that you have.